Today is about how a debt recovery case turned Femi Otedola into the biggest owner of First Bank. Let's go. As usual, I am breaking down complex legal cases and making them into simple and enjoyable stories you can follow. Today's case is First Bank of Nigeria versus Femi Otedola. Femi Otedola, through his company General Hydrocarbon Limited, are taking loan for First Bank of Nigeria. Over time, disputes arose about repayments obligation under the loan agreement. First Bank claimed Otedola's company had defaulted and moved to recover its money. The bank did not just stop at demanding repayments. It went further, seeking to seize assets belonging to Otedola's company. This includes property and investments tied to General Hydrocarbon Limited. The case quickly became high profile because of Otedola's status. It raised questions about how far banks can go in enforcing loan agreements. In courts, First Bank argued that the loan agreements were binding, that defaults had occurred, and that it had the legal right to enforce recovery through seizing of assets. On the other hand, Otedola's company challenged the bank's action, claiming that enforcement was excessive and not properly grounded in law. So the matter came before the Federal High Court. The judge examined the contracts, the defaults, and the procedure followed by the bank. Its ruling, the judge upheld the bank's right to recover debts, but emphasized that the enforcement must follow due process and respect the law. In other words, while banks can protect themselves against default, they cannot act outside of the boundary of the legal procedure. Here is where the story gets interesting. While the legal battle highlighted the tension between bank and its borrowers, Otedola took a different route to secure his position. And instead of retreating, he doubled down. In June 2024, he purchased 546.7 million shares of FBN Holdings, valued at 12 billion. Through his investment vehicle, Calvados Global Services, did increase his stake from 7.01% to over 8.67%, overtaking rival shareholders Oba Atadeoko. At September 2024, Otedola went further, acquiring an additional 534 billion shares worth about 16 billion. This increased his total holding to 13.16%, cementing his role as the largest single shareholder in FBN Holdings. While the legal dispute forced clarity on ownership and governance issues, Otedola's aggressive buying spree gave him undeniable influence. By 2025, he was not just a shareholder, he was the chairman of FBN Holdings, with the power to shape the future of the Nigeria's biggest financial institution. This smart move. And if there's any other legal case you want me to talk about, please let me know in the comment section. And with that, I'll see you in my next video.